Okay, here we go. Well, add this to more of my updates, and sorry for the delay on posting. Got hurt again. Been not in very good shape. I guess it's a pain in the butt to get old. But anyway, here's what I got. With some help, I put the boat back on the trailer. I remodified the trailer, so now it is now the correct length for the trailer, but I didn't put nothing under to support it because I knew I was going to put the trailer, or put the boat on the trailer upside down, so that I could work, on the trailer itself, or work on the boat itself. Let me show a couple of things here I'm going to have to address. Here's one part here I'm going to have to address. That's where the eyelet comes through. I had to do a lot of repairs on the inside to fill all of this in with fiberglass. And in a previous video, I did talk about that. And then, so my plan is on here is to remove all of this gel coat, bring it back down to fiberglass. Probably, I believe, if I look, I believe it's up to about here, and then I'm going to come down like this, and then come right about up to about right here on both sides, and then I'm just going to go ahead and smooth this over, and then I'm going to reskin it with some new fiberglass, so that way this will all be new, and it'll take care of that part. Then really overall, I got a few more areas I have to address. There's a slight crack right there. Some where the emblems used to be out on the side here. There's a lot of deep scratches in the gel coat, all the way down to, I guess that would be primer, or I'm not sure, whatever that blue is. Then as we come towards the back here, you can see there's the original color of the bottom of the boat. And then again, I have some more issues up on top of here that I'm going to have to address. Again, I'm going to have to come all the way out, probably well out easily a foot and a half. And again, remove all of the gel coat, all the paint, get down to fiberglass, so that way I can reskin it to make all those repairs. And but overall on the bottom, I mean, I really don't see anything as far as really major repairs, because again, I addressed a lot of the major issues that was under the boat, or I'm sorry, inside of the bow and on the floor. Let me come on back around. And I didn't know this then, but yeah, that's from sitting out in that field out there all that time. So all that'll get removed. The whole entire boat is, I'm not taking the whole boat down to fiberglass. I'm just gonna sand it until there's no visible scratches. Just make it just as smooth as could be. And then, oh, there's another repair right there. Another one right here. Now, just to let you know, on the inside, even though you see that skin right there, fiberglass, even though you see it here, I promise you on the inside, I have filled all of that in and reinforced it on the inside. And this here will just be a cosmetic repair on the outside. Again, I'll probably come out to here. I'll, take all the gel coat, primer, paint, whatever that is, that blue is, and then reskin it, smooth it back out, make it look nice. And then that's, in my previous videos, you'll see this is where one of the holes was that I had inside of there. Again, this is all impacted and filled in real well into this whole corner. So outside of here, all I probably really need to do is just do a little bit of fiberglass work and then fill it back in, sand it. Then back here, as you can see, I've done all this work back here. See if we can get the camera. I think the sun might be affecting some of this. Let's see if I can move over to this side. Maybe that might help, because I surely can't see it. There we go. I guess that might help. So anyway, I gotta take this back out right here so I can make the repairs on the bottom down here. I gotta resand everything. Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. So really, I don't see any major issues other than removing all of the deep scratches, and then getting ready to put down some paint, some primer, and then putting down some gel coat, and getting after it. So we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer. And for those who wanted to know how I did this, as far as flipping it over, and I am hurt. I hurt my shoulder. I went and got these big, huge straps that were about 20 foot long. I put them through my beams because I'm not done with the ceiling in the garage yet. I put them through these beams up here, and basically went around the boat, and I basically just ratcheted it up, got it suspended off my jack stands. And then what I did was I took one of the straps, hooked onto the eyelet, and then went up to the beam and then just ratchet. So that way what it would do is it would just keep going, keep going, keep going, and keep going, keep going. And finally it was standing over. All I had to do was just push it. And then it fell right back onto the webbing, and then I'd go to the other side, hook on my strap, go straight up to the beam, jack, and it just, flatten that out. It's really not that heavy, to be honest. So, anyway, that's what I got. Hey, if you got any kind of input that might help me out as far as, because I really don't know on this paint thing. Someone told me I could use some kind of like hardened primer. I'm not really sure. I haven't really investigated that part yet because I need to get it all sanded, and within this next week or so, I'm going to find out more information. But if you have any ideas for me, what kind of paint to use, or if you could refer me to a video of someone that has done their boat that you think they've done quality work, whether it's a tip and roll or spray with a gun, I can do both. Either one, it don't matter. I just need to know what product do you think is the best. I need that kind of input. That's what I really need. And so to let you know, the boat's only 14.5 feet long. That's it. And it's 55 inches wide. So I don't think it's going to take a lot to paint the bottom of the boat. So anyway, if you could help me out with that part right there and have some input that might be positive, this way I could keep going forward. And meanwhile, I'll go ahead and keep looking myself to figure out what kind of primer to use, and then what kind of gel coat to use, and then with the hardener or non-hardener or whatever. I just don't know yet, because why? I've never done a boat before. This is the first time for me as far as a major restoration. Not afraid to do it. I want to just get my ducks in order to figure out what I need to do, and I want to do the boat right. That's for sure. I'd be really honest. I think it's one of the last ones still alive. There's definitely not many of these around. So I want to make sure that it has a real long life after I get done, and then and maybe in the future someone else may enjoy it instead of me. So anyway, I'm just adding this to the little updates I'm doing, and then soon I will upload some more, and sorry for the delay on this one. Anyway, this is Rich from Oklahoma. Catch y'all later. Bye. Okay, Rich from Oklahoma. This is, we're going to talk about my Glass Magic boat. And I just want to talk about what I have done so far, so to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at and what we're doing. So what I have discovered is after I flipped the boat up on the trailer I made from two different trailers, because I felt like the boat wasn't correctly fitting on the trailer that the boat came with. So I figured I would do some redesigning to make the boat fit on there properly, and that part is all worked out. So you'll see more of that later. So all I did right now is just took off all the running boards and all that holds the boat into place, and then put some 4x4s underneath of it, and then set the boat back down, upside down on it, because it makes it a whole lot easier for me, to work on the center. I'm not really overly reaching, not hurting myself in really any crazy manner. Plus, it gives me a good idea to get some light on here, so that way I can see, what's going on with the bottom of the boat. I mean, we all saw the videos from basically the inside of the boat and how much damage there was and all that kind of stuff. So let me give you an idea of what we were dealing with. And as you can see here, a lot of pretty good scratches that were going on as far as that goes. And all that. And as you can see, like some of the gel coat, I think is gel coat. I really don't know, to be honest. I think the boat's been redone at least once before, and if it's gel coat, it was terrible gel coat, because it's just flaking off. Like here, see, I don't know if you can see that in the video or not, but I mean that's cracking. You see what I mean? It's cracking. So I don't know if gel coat does that because of age, or maybe this is gel coat. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to move on from that. So I went on ahead and decided to start removing this white coat of whatever it is, and because I wanted to find out what was underneath. I didn't feel like I was going to do this whole entire boat and all that, and then come to find out that there may be more damage under the boat that I may not be aware of. Well, guess what? There's a lot more damage under that white paint than what I thought there was. But that's okay. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, and I've got a lot of great references. A lot of people that I trust their work. They've given me some great ideas of how to make my repairs, and we're just going to follow those guidelines. So I'll show you like some of the spots, like right here. Here's one. It's just a deep scratch, no penetration, but it is a deep scratch. So I'm going to do just a real minor repair. I'm not going to go into it, make a hole, but I'm going to make a minor repair there. Let's see, what else did I have on this side? Not really too much. Okay, now we got some good sunlight. Let's see if that helps. You can see the paint that was just cracking big time. There you go. See, that was pretty much 80% of the boat was that stuff right there. And as you can see there, I was kind of messing around with some stripper, which, yeah, it sucked. It didn't do crap. So won't be using that on this. Anyway, let me come around the other side. Let me show you what I found, because I don't know. There could be more damage on this side that I'm just not aware of yet. And as far as I was concerned, on this side of the boat, I thought this side was pretty good. Yeah, I was really wrong about that. But that's okay. I mean, this is what I'm here for. It's an education. I'm learning. I'm showing other people and give you ideas. You all tell me what to do. Give me some ideas. And so I can get this boat, back in good shape and be able to enjoy it for the rest of my life and pass it on to others. So as we go in a little bit closer, oh, there it is. There's one. There's two. Let's see. There it is right there. There's another one. Well, look at this one. Watch this. Yeah. Wow. Spider webbed all the way into the fiberglass. Some corners and all that. This one here follows this whole entire line right on this ridge right here. You can still see that. Then, I think there was a previous repair it made at one time, but they didn't do anything with the gel coat. And then it comes up, and you can see it goes back up that way. I think this is not a crack, but I think this is just a real deep, deep scratch. So I'm not going to be fussing with that as far as a repair goes. And then there was a big old hole in the center of this right here, from here to about there. I'm going to have to ground that back down into it, and then refill this back in with some, the proper way, not like just fill that in, which is fiberglass, but actually put webbing and stuffing and all that kind of stuff. And then some other major cracks that I had in here. Oh, major crack. And then you can see how light that is and compare to right here. This was all, you can see, this isn't me. This is the way the boat came. This is a major repair right here. So I think maybe someone previous to me has done a kind of a restoration on it. And then, so that they could enjoy it. And then here's some other repairs that may have been done. This stuff was under the gel coat. I could not see this under the gel coat until after I grounded it down. Here's some more cracks. So that's about it. I mean, I was thinking that, they would be more. If you ask or want to know, type of tools I used. This little sander right there. I put this on here because, man, I was getting a lot of condensation coming through my lines. And ain't nothing crazy to have your tools spitting out water. It's not good for the tool, number one. But this product right here, I just recently discovered. That's a pretty neat little deal right there. That keeps the water, it seems to be for the most part, keeps the water out of the gun. Then this is a 80 grit. And then, my compressor can't really keep up with the system with this because this thing uses a lot of air. Even though it's new, those downtimes, long block, 80 grit, had to put a little bit of muscle into it. But that's okay. That would make that'll make the, whatever surface you're working on, one, a little more true, a little more flat. Don't give you no really crazy lows or highs. And so this is pretty exciting. Then we'll go around the back. This is where you've already seen a lot of the repair of the transom, but you've seen this repair when the boat was sitting upright, not upside down. Then this is where I stripped the back of the boat, or the bottom of the boat. And there's this, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's leftover gel coat, or maybe this is what they use for repair. But obviously you can see it's a different color, than what they had. Like here's, for instance, see, you can see the difference. So I don't know if this is old gel coat, this is new gel coat. I don't know. Either way, it's all coming off because it's irritating me. It's all coming off. And then other things I'm doing, now it might be overkill. I don't know, just how I roll. I think this thing should be perfectly flat before I even throw down some primer. But check this out. You see that there? Those are like little tiny dings. They're like everywhere. But it don't take much to get them out. Here's another. See, they're like everywhere. But they come right out when the sand in it. I don't have to go that deep into the fiberglass. So, no big deal. No big deal. But I'm still kind of pleased overall. Looks pretty sharp. Overall, the bottom of the boat looks pretty straight. I don't know if you can get that from this view or not, but, it's got a good... for something that was sitting on a trailer out in the weather, I thought for sure the bottom of this boat would be jacked up. And, because it would fill up with water, because the drain plug was jacked up. The drain plug was plugged. With all that weight inside of here, I thought this whole process would just be insanely worse, more or less. So, That's what I got for right now. I'm going to add this to, I got a few other videos I'm clicking together, and I'll make one video as my next update. And hey, if you got any ideas for me, you know, colors or something like that, you know, I'm not sure if I want to go with the typical, you know, white bottom and maybe a red top or black top, or, you know, if this guy's got some input, you know, do I use gel coat paint on the bottom? I've seen guys where they went and painted the top with regular automotive paint. I mean, it seems like a good idea. I mean, I can go either way. It really don't matter. But, you know, throw me some input. Give me some positive input. You know, what would be really do this boat right? I mean, obviously, I know we're going to throw down some gel coat, and I'm probably going to do that on the bottom. Don't get me wrong. But the longevity of it all, I mean, I'd like to throw some regular paint, automotive paint on the top side. I've heard stories that that's really the better way to go in the long run, because it will, where gel coat, you know, you have to constantly wash and wax and blah, 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 and then repair. And then the gel coat repair won't really match the color of the repair, and so on and so forth. Whereas automotive paint, you can pretty much, the color doesn't fade as bad as gel coat, I guess. I've never owned a boat before, so I don't know. So, but anything you guys could help me out with a positive input on that, I'm greatly appreciated. Also, I know I haven't said this in a while. If you have any information on 1961 Glass Magic, this is a Cougar model. Also, I'm looking for parts. There's a part that goes right here. The windshield would be right about here. This 3 holes right there, there was like a swordfish looking thing that goes right here. I'm missing those swordfish. I found the Glass Magic emblems in the back. I got those. But there's an emblem that goes here and there on both sides. One here, one over there. I'm looking for any information other than what's the typical of what's already out there. Or if you have any parts you might want to sell, please let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, this is Rich from Oklahoma. This is the Glass Magic, and we go. Bye.